What's up, everybody? I'm Limitsbreak. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm here to tell you one very simple thing. Please don't buy, okay? And what I mean by that is, I don't mean don't buy Darkness Ablaze booster boxes. If you want to buy probably one of the worst sets in the Sword and Shield era, that is totally your prerogative, okay? That's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is the obvious blatant ripoffs. Protect children, protect your wallet, whether you're new to the hobby or you are a parent who's trying to buy Pokemon cards for your children. This video is specifically for you, and this is a little bit different than what I normally do. It's important that we take a look at this, and let me add a little bit of context before we really get into it. My friend hit me up, and this was a few weeks ago. He said, yo, I bought a booster box of some cards for my daughter, and he doesn't know anything about it. He watches my videos sometimes, but he doesn't really know too much about Pokemon. And so I was curious about it. I was like, oh yeah, what'd you get her? He's like, oh, I'm on this app called Temu.
Huh?
And I saw a booster box for $16. And immediately all these red flag receptors start going off in my head. And I'm just like, okay, look, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And these people that sell stuff on these websites like Temu for $16, very ambiguous about the things that they say, right? It won't say authentic, but it won't say fake. These like fake boxes and stuff, the only thing this is doing is like misleading people and misleading children into thinking that they actually have real cards, only for them to be disappointed in the future when none of the stuff that they've collected, played with, etc. has been real. So, I mean, I want to go over like the obvious fakes that this box really actually is. And to draw a comparison, I have a real one here with me that I'll show you guys shortly. Let me just reiterate, buying booster boxes for $16 on Temu is not the play. I don't know who needs to hear this. Send this to them. Don't do it. Don't support this kind of stuff. We got to vote with our wallet. We got to be smart about these things. I want people to actually collect Pokemon cards, support legitimacy in the hobby. I don't want anybody getting scammed, and that's the reason why I'm making this video today. So when it comes to the booster boxes, there's a few things that you can look at. First of all, special sets don't have booster boxes. That's the first thing that you can do when you're looking at booster boxes and you see Shining Fates booster box, Pokemon Go booster box, Crown Zenith, like whatever special sets, those do not have booster boxes. The only one that might have a booster box is Japanese 151. I think that, and that just barely came out, and I think they have a booster box. But as far as English goes, none of them have booster boxes. They're all special sets, and they only come in collectible boxes. Like, this is the Shining Fates box. This is the only way to either get Shining Fates, either through boxes like these or through ETBs. That's the way that they've always been. Back looking at the booster box here, we're gonna try and spot some clear and obvious differences, right? If it wasn't enough. And yes, this is already kind of opened and torn open. This is how I received it. He brought it to me just so I can make this video. But here is a real Darkness Ablaze booster box. So obviously we can spot some pretty immediate differences. The color, the sizing of the letters, the design, the artwork. I'm not going to go over the obvious differences probably in the wording and the way the text is laid out. They didn't get it right, but the wording, I ain't reading all that, but it looks like at least they got it verbatim. I'm not going to open my booster box because it is sealed and put into a case for collector's reasons, obviously. But I do have a Darkness Ablaze booster pack that I will use to compare the packs. So first things first, let's go ahead and open this up and take a quick look. The packs are, I don't know if they came upside down or not, but the pack art is different. Like this, I'm fairly certain this is not even a real pack art. This one is kind of close to one of the pack arts, the Charizard, because that's the really only good card in the set. I'm just going to pull out one. This is a sleeve booster pack of Darkness Ablaze. So you can already tell too, the design, the colors are off, the artwork is off. I mean, these greens are slightly different. The orange is slightly different. Real booster pack right here from a blister. I didn't want to open this, but I felt like it was necessary to kind of show the comparison between the packs. The way that the top of the pack is crimped and the coloring. See how it kind of cuts off right there? And then the back, you'll probably likely never actually get to this point because you'll have already determined that it's a fake. But I thought because we're going over it, I may as well show what the actual cards look like in the fake one compared to the real one, just for research purposes and just for fun. But overall, the message of this video is a very, very simple one. Do not buy fake booster boxes and cards off of sites like Temu. I don't know anything about Temu. I don't even know what the fuck a Temu is. That sounds like a subhuman version of Teemo from League of Legends. But maybe there's actually good stuff on there. I don't use it. However, this stuff exists, and it probably exists in other places too. But specifically, keep an eye out for this. Don't buy this stuff. Don't buy into it. All right, now let's take a look at the cards real quick from the fake one. So I'm no expert on the methods of like crimping and gluing, but I could probably tell you that like there shouldn't be glue lines on here. I'm not 100% sure on that. Cards backwards. The overall feel and texture of the card is weird. Feels very, very glossy. The back, it's really hard to explain. But just to be on the safe side, if you're not sure and there's a random common card that you want to dig into, do this. It's really that simple. See how this is peeling like a sticker? That's not the way that Pokemon cards rip. This is obviously fake. When you rip a real Pokemon card, which I'll show you shortly, there's an obvious difference. You can see the ink in there. But look at these fake cards. Let's take a look, right? Like, hey, maybe we'll get something cracked. You never know. Malamar, Lugia, Pansage, Simipour, Simisage, sorry for the lighting, Greedent, Squavit, Rose Tower. I'm going to look for one that just gives you a bunch of random hits in it, because when he first came over and brought this booster box to me, it had tons. The first pack had like 2 Charizards in it, and I was just like, what is this? Look at it. Okay. Centiskorch VMAX, there's one. Okay, then we got a Butterfree V, a Scizor V. Like, bro, if you open a pack and there is 3 cards like this in there, it's probably fake. Unless you found some, it's authentic, and you found some kind of god pack that hasn't been discovered yet, then, good for you. But yes, these just literally tear like nothing. There's no traces of ink inside them. Now that the fake card stuff aside, getting my desk filthy with all this fakeness, let's open up a real Darkness Ablaze booster pack, okay? Set this down real fast. See the differences? Oops, shit. Yikes. See the differences in the like the crimp and gluing methods here? Or it's not even, actually they're not even glued. They're just they're heat pressed, I believe, right? With a crimp. I will be the first to admit that I'm not the most educated on like resealed packs, but I mean those didn't even come with code cards, so there's your one-off Darkness Ablaze code card, and you could just tell immediately the difference. I mean, from the yellow borders, like overall width, to, I mean, if you feel the cards, I mean the texture is completely different. Like, this does not feel super glossy, although it does look glossy because he's iced out, he's dripping, right? This Vanillite, it doesn't feel glossy and fake like the other cards do. All right, well, that sat on my shelf for X amount of time just to have a non-hollow Hippowdon in it. So, and this will be the last little part here. We'll take this non-hollow Hippowdon and we will shred it. Do you see that right there? You see the ink in the card. That's how you know it's legit. The card feels different. Everything. I would do my due diligence. I would do some research, make sure you're actually getting a good deal, and avoid buying off of random sellers off of Temu and probably even eBay. I'm sure there's probably some fake stuff on there too. That's like severely underpriced that people fall for all the time. Probably even on Amazon. I don't know. I don't really mess with that market too much, although I feel like eventually I will dip my toes in when it comes to creating content for this channel. So as my opinion and education grows, I will obviously share that with everybody. To my friend who bought this booster box, because I know that you will watch this because you brought it for me specifically to make this video. If you want to get your daughter something, or you want to start collecting yourself, it is important to buy authentic stuff, or it is worthless, completely worthless. Like I said before, I'm all for supporting, you know, artists that make custom work, that sell it, you know, to try and get by, etc., etc. And although a lot of work clearly went into this booster box to mass produce and, you know, make fake ones of it, it wasn't with ill intent. It was not, I like Pokemon, let me make something nice about Pokemon and maybe people will buy it. It was, I'm gonna pretend to be real and scam people. There's a very clear difference between the two. So please stay safe out there. Happy collecting. Protect your wallet, protect your neck, protect your kids. I'm Limitsbreak. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. So yeah, this has been a public service announcement. Thanks for watching. See you guys later this week for my next video. Peace.